Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome to Little Slaw YouTube channel. In this video, we will see what is cloud computing, what are the benefits of cloud computing, and what are the various types of cloud computing. Before we move on to the video, this is me, Yovasan Shanmugam. I welcome you all again to Little Slaw YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and comment on the cloud services you use at your workplace and your personal space. So first, let's start with what is cloud computing. In simple words, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services including servers, which is the virtual machines, the storage, the databases, the networking, software, analytics and intelligence over the internet. That is through the cloud, and that offers faster innovation, flexible resources, and economies of scale. We typically pay only for the cloud services we use, and this helps us to lower the operating costs, running our infrastructure more efficiently, and scale our business needs change. Say, for example, during the Christmas week, or during the Diwali week, or during any of the other festival season, there will be a huge demand in online shopping, in travel, and in various other domains. So during those periods, we can scale up, and during off season time, we can scale down the use of the servers and the various other services, and cloud helps us to do that. So now let's move on to the benefits of cloud computing. So this cloud computing is a big shift from the traditional way of businesses think about the IT resources. And to start with, cost. The cloud computing eliminates the capital expense of buying hardware and software and setting up and running on-site data centers, the racks of servers, round the clock electricity, and IT experts for managing the infrastructure. So all these costs are managed by the cloud provider. And when it comes to the scaling, the benefits of cloud computing service includes the ability to scale elastically, which means delivering the right amount of IT resources. Say, for example, more or less the computing power, the storage, bandwidth, whenever they are needed and from the right geographic location. For example, if you operate your business in US, you can set up or you can take the support from the cloud from the regions in US, whether it is in north or whether it is in south, or if we run a business in UK, we can take the provider support, the cloud provider support from the region where we operate, and this saves a lot of money, and the performance will automatically improve due to the less latency. And in fact, we have, or the cloud providers provide the services all across the globe. And when it comes to the performance, the third benefit, the performance, the biggest cloud computing services on a worldwide network of secure data centers which are regularly upgraded to the latest generation of fast and efficient computing hardware. And this offers several benefits over corporate data center, including reduced network latency for applications and greater economies of scale. And when it comes to security, which is the major thing which every corporates will look for, and when it comes to security, many cloud providers offer a broad set of policies, technologies, and controls that strengthen the security, which helps to protect the data, the applications and the infrastructure from potential threats. And in fact, every cloud provider works with a huge potential on security, and they keep on increasing and improving the security features. And when it comes to speed, most cloud computing services provide self-service and on-demand, so even vast amounts of computing resources can be provisioned in minutes. And this happens with just a few mouse clicks, giving the business a lot of flexibility and takes the pressure off capacity planning. And when it comes to productivity, on-site data centers require a lot of racking and stacking, hardware setup, software patching, and time-consuming IT management work. But all these are taken care by the cloud providers, and these cloud computing removes the need for many of these tasks, so IT teams can spend time on achieving more important business goals. So in other way, we can say that the business can concentrate on the business rather than on the hardware or the software setup. So this actually improves and makes the business to concentrate more into the business. And finally, when it comes to reliability, the cloud computing makes data backup, disaster recovery, and business continuity easier and less expensive because data can be mirrored at multiple redundant sites on the cloud provider's network. So now let's see what are the types of cloud computing. Because not all the clouds are the same, and not one type of cloud computing is right for everyone. Several different models, types, and services have evolved to help offer the right solution for the needs. So first we need to determine the type of cloud deployment, the cloud architecture that our cloud services will be implemented on. So there are three types of cloud. We have public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So when it comes to public clouds are owned and operated by third-party cloud service providers who deliver their computing resources like servers, storage over the internet. And we have a lot of cloud providers like Microsoft Azure, Amazon, and we have Google Cloud Provider. With a public cloud, all hardware, software, and other supporting infrastructure is owned and managed by the cloud provider. And we can access these services and manage our account using a web browser. Even we can do it through a portal. We can see that in a later session. And now, when we move on to private cloud, so a private cloud refers to cloud computing resources used exclusively by a single business or organization. A private cloud can be physically located on the company's on-site data center, and some companies also pay third-party service providers to host their private cloud. And a private cloud is one which the service and the infrastructure are maintained on a private network. And when it comes to the last type, which is the hybrid cloud, this combines the public and the private clouds, which are bound together by technology that allows the data and applications to be shared between them. And by allowing the data and applications to move between private and public clouds, a hybrid cloud gives us the greater flexibility, it gives us more deployment options, and it also helps to optimize our existing infrastructure, security, and compliance. So these are the benefits of, or these are the types of the cloud, like the public, the private, and the hybrid. And next, let's move on to the types of cloud services. So we have IaaS, we have PaaS, we have serverless, and we have SaaS. So what does this IaaS, PaaS, or SaaS mean? So IaaS, which is the infrastructure as a service, and this is the most basic category of cloud computing services. And with infrastructure as a service, we rent the infrastructure, the IT infrastructure, which includes the servers, the virtual machines, the storage, networks, and operating systems from the cloud provider on a pay as you go basis. So that is what the IaaS, the infrastructure as a service, do. And when it comes to platform as a service, which refers to cloud computing services that supply on-demand environment for developing, testing, delivering and managing software applications. And this platform as a service is designed to make it easier for developers to quickly create web or mobile apps without worrying about setting up or managing the underlying infrastructure of servers, storage, network and databases needed for development. And when it comes to serverless computing, so this overlaps with platform as a service, since the serverless computing focuses on building application functionality without spending time continually managing the servers and infrastructures required. The cloud provider handles the setup, capacity planning and server management for us, and these serverless architectures are highly scalable and event driven, which uses the resources when a specific function or trigger happens. And when it comes to the last type, which is the software as a service, so this is a method for delivering software applications over the internet on demand and typically on a subscription basis. With SaaS, cloud providers host and manage the software application and underlying infrastructure and handle any maintenance like software upgrades and security patching. And users connect to the application over the internet, usually with a web browser on their phone or any other devices. So let's close up with the uses of cloud computing. So far we saw about the types of cloud computing, what are the various services given by the cloud computing. So when it comes to the uses, creating cloud native applications is the first benefit of cloud computing, where we can quickly build, deploy and scale applications in the sense it can be a web application, it can be a mobile application, or it can be an API. And taking advantages of this cloud native technologies and approaches such as containers, Kubernetes, microservices architecture, API driven communication and DevOps. And when it comes to storing or backup or recovering data, this cloud computing protects our data more cost efficiently and at massive scale. And this is done by transferring our data over the internet to an off-site cloud storage system that's accessible from any location and any device. And when it comes to streaming audio and video, we connect with our audience anywhere, anytime, on any device with high definition video and audio with global distribution. And when it comes to deliver software on demand, which is also known as software as a service on demand software, which lets us offer the latest software versions and updates around to customers anytime they need and anywhere they need it. And when it comes to testing and building the applications, we reduce, or the cloud provider reduce, the application development cost and time by using cloud infrastructures that can easily be scaled up and down. And when it comes to analyzing data, the cloud providers unify our data across teams, divisions and locations in the cloud, and then use these cloud services such as machine learning and artificial intelligence to cover insights for more informed decisions. And finally, when it comes to embed intelligence, the cloud providers use intelligent models to help engage customers and provide valuable insights from the data captured. So far we saw about what are the cloud computing benefits and what is the cloud computing, and we saw about the various types and providers of cloud computing. With that, we come to an end. I believe this video would have been very useful to you. Until we meet you in another interesting video, it's bye-bye from Vasan Shanmugam and Little's Law.